Hey everyone, happy Monday. Today I am alone. Usually I'm here with Roelof, but he is on a traveling food today, so he couldn't join. And I'm gonna stick to our Monday calls, our Monday streams, so that we just continue with what we have committed to and do a quick live stream. I won't say discussion, but I'm alone, so it's not a discussion really, unless you really engage in the comments. But a quick live stream myself on one of the topics that we have a post about in the Helix of Success. So, quick reminder: a Helix of Success is the group on LinkedIn where we're creating a community, which is now a couple of hundred people. It's a place where we're committed to really bring quality discussions to you about everything related to coaching and mentoring, and also your personal development and leadership development. So we're collecting or building a library of different posts from LinkedIn, which quite often refer to some articles or resources outside of the platform. And we're committed to really keep it to high quality. So whichever post you open, you should really find something for yourself there. Be it inspiration, be it some practical tips, and so on and so forth. And I hope you'll join it if you haven't done yet, so that you can, first of all, of course, look for the content there that could help you on your journey, but also connect with the other people who value continuous improvement, continuous learning, or lifelong learning, and start discussions with each other, build relationships. We all are up for that there. We're open. The only thing we don't want there is just pure promotion, that you don't bring any value, but just promote your services. That's the only thing that we are not welcome in there. But other than that, you're more than welcome to come and join the conversations, to contribute with the post. So it's not only me and Roelof who are the founders who are allowed to post there. Please share any post that you feel like they're fitting in the topic and you want to share them because they bring in value with the other members. We do curate the content so that we ensure that everything brings value. So it will have to pass us as a filter, but I hope that it doesn't mind, none of you minds about that. So today's topic is the integration. And I wrote an article about that last year when the COVID started, how I realized with the outbreak of the pandemic that integration is a vital part for our habits. And it was inspired by Jim Quick. Many of you might know him. He is the guy about the speed reading, but also about how generally we can improve our memory, how we can use it to our best, how our mind can function and really serve us in the very best way it can. And he was talking about the power of integration. That nowadays we have so much information around us. It's really just our finger, or I would say with the tap of the finger, you can get to any information, and also with the tap of the finger, you can get to any inspiration today with the TED Talks or whatever podcasts. We have it all accessible to us, and then comes the process of implementation. So when you learn something and you get inspired to do something, you want to implement that, right? And we know all that new habits take time, right? There is a lot of different research about that it takes from 21 days to 5 weeks to 9 weeks, depending on which school you're looking at, to really form and establish a new habit. And this is the process of implementation. And to go a step further, I would like to talk about the integration of those habits into your life. And that is the process to really getting those habits so deep within yourself that whatever change of external circumstances would not affect your habit. And I give an example of brushing teeth. You first learn something about that as a kid. Of course, you're not getting all the information with the like facts and so on when you're a kid. Probably your parents spare you on that. But slowly but surely you do learn about why it's important to brush your teeth. You get into the habit of doing that, right? So maybe the inspiration part is that you see someone with really bad teeth, and then your parents tell you, see, that person has never brushed them. And you're like, ooh, I should. Or something like this. And you get into implementation of that habit. And the important part is really to get it integrated in your life so that when you, for example, go to on a vacation, everyone longing for that right now, right? That you don't get out of the habit and you forget to brush teeth. And then 2 weeks later, you come home and like, oh, I actually didn't brush teeth at all. That doesn't happen, hopefully, right? That means that you have integrated the habit of brushing teeth into your life. So think about, how do you usually integrate that kind of habit that you actually don't even question it? It's just happening because you know that you need to do that. Quite often it is about the continuity. Probably you have some kind of habit stacking, so you do it before you go to bed, right? And you maybe have the whole routine, what you do before going to bed. Hi, Sunil. I see greeting from Dubai here. Welcome, welcome. Hi from Iceland here, which is quite cold today. And we saw some fresh snow on the mountains when we drove from back to the city today after a weekend outside. So talking about the toothbrushing, you probably have the whole routine, right? And the brushing teeth is a part of it before going to bed, and of course in the morning as well. You, for example, get up, you brush your teeth, and you make a coffee, or you set up your coffee while it's brewing, you're brushing your teeth, or something like this. So you have some kind of chain of habits, and you stack them onto each other, right? So that's one part of it. It's probably in your face, right? Quite often we have our toothbrush there next to our sink in the bathroom, so it's easy for us to see it and just like, okay, yeah, I haven't brushed it yet, my teeth yet, so you just take the toothbrush and you do it. So those kind of things. But also think about, how did you get there? Was it maybe your parents who reminded you about that continuously, again and again? So that you actually get used to doing it without questioning yourself and questioning, do I really need to brush my teeth today? And as I said, I want you to start thinking about that. What do you see as the kind of patterns for the habits, whichever you have in your life, that are integrated? How did you get to that level? Quite often it is about accountability. And especially if we talk about something bigger than brushing teeth, some habit that takes more of our mental energy, that takes us further out of our comfort zone, or a habit that takes more time, for example, if you want to start eating healthily. It does take more time than just grabbing something from the shelves ready-made, right? Or ordering some takeaways and eating something that you don't know what went into that meal of yours. So it takes some time to maybe plan your food, then you do the grocery, or even if you order online, you still need to enter all the shopping list of yours, and then of course prepping the meals and cooking them. So quite often, to properly integrate those things, you need some accountability going on. And I want to emphasize that part of any habit integration in our life, we are social beings, and it's very, very important to tap into that. It's important for us to share. And I know that some of you might think, oh, I'm an asocial or antisocial person, but you're not. If that is what you believe about yourself, most probably you have something, some needs of yours, or some parts of your character or personality that have not been respected and met before, and that's why you're closed off. I really believe that if we would all be seen as we are, respected and appreciated as we are, there would not be antisocial or social people in the world. Because it's our nature to stick together, to be with each other. So think about that. What is the habit you would like to integrate in your life today, or this summer, this year, depending on the scale of it? And think about it. Who could be your help for that? As I said, Helix of Success is a lot about mentoring and coaching. So both me and Roelof, we believe into the power of support of the external people who could give you sometimes some answers that you need, sometimes the questions that you can't ask yourself. So different kinds of questions provide different perspective. And that's why I really want to emphasize this part right now. It's important to think about who could help me on my journey at the moment, this particular journey of getting into this habit, whichever habit we're talking about. It could be someone in your family, just this weekend, I said to my husband, like, okay, I kind of started eating more than I feel like I need. So it's not about having trash all the time. We're eating quite healthy, but I feel like my portions are more than what my body really needs. So I said, okay, we need to start watching that. And I'm sharing it with him because I know that he'll help me. He'll remind me maybe to put less on my plate, to maybe somewhere be more mindful, okay, of what we're preparing and how much do I need of what on my plate, proportion wise. So I asked him for accountability. And the same, just now we had lunch, or I had my breakfast, he had his lunch. And he said, like, okay, I need to make my training plan. And I know that he's in a triathlon club, so he has one of his colleagues who is in that club as well, and they're helping each other. So they're sharing their plans with each other, and then they kind of push each other to really stick to their training plans of the week. And then he asked me, like, do you need any plan? And I just shared him, okay, I want to get up at 5:30 in the mornings, and then I have a plan that I want to follow. So it's not like I need to plan it. I just already have it out until the trainings, the sets of trainings that I want until end of June. I have them. It's just about getting in the mornings that I get them done before the day starts properly with the family and work and so on. Then I don't need to think about where to fit it in my day. So he was like, okay, that's your plan. So that's the thing. Discuss your goals, discuss your habits with someone. It can be someone, as I said, example of my husband, so someone within your household. It can be someone within your work or your friendship circles. As I said, with a colleague of my husband, for him with the triathlon trainings. It can be someone external, like maybe you're taking some course, you're going through some program. Maybe you have another student in that group, in the mastermind group or whatever, who you feel aligned with, you vibe well with them. Just say, hey, we might have different goals, so it's not like you have to remind each other of the same goals, but shall we just keep each other accountable? Or you have someone external, like some mentor of yours. Tap into the power of the social gatherings and us being social beings, and find those people who can help you to stay on track. Because we all slip away, right? Slip off that track. It happens, life happens, and it's totally fine. The power of the habits is not in not slipping off. It's about getting back on track as soon as possible and in not beating yourself up for that slip. So I want to repeat this. The power of the habits is not in staying on track 365 days per year, 24/7. It's not about that. It's about being aware and catching yourself as soon as you slip off. Being fine with that and having the strategies, the support, and the tools to get back on track as soon as possible. So I wanted to keep it short and sweet. I see, Sunil, that you wrote true. I'm happy that you're agreeing about the discussion about the integration of the habits. So I want you to really think this week, what is the habit that you want to integrate in your life? Where have you been slipping so far with integration? So what are those kind of small tweaks that you can do to start really integrating the habit into your life? And who can help you on the way? And ask that person or that group of people. Say to them, hey, this is my goal. I want to integrate this habit in my life. And I'd like your support. Hope this was helpful. Have a beautiful week. And as I said, if you haven't joined the Helix of Success group, please head to the description of this video and join us. We're very happy to see everyone joining the community and starting the discussions with each other and also learning from the posts that we already have in the library. Have a wonderful week and see you next Monday, hopefully with Roelof back on the screen.